Hello, welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here, and I am the CEO and founder of Pump with Purpose. We are a global lactation and postpartum private practice, teaching women all across the world to breast pump through personalized care to help you to increase your milk supply with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. Today's podcast episode is going to be about pumping after age 1. Again, that's pumping after age 1. To let you know a little bit about me, I am a doctor of public administration, a certified lactation counselor, and a certified breastfeeding specialist. I'm also a certified postpartum doula as well. If you're interested in learning more about us, you can find us online at www.pumpwithpurpose.com. We would also love to have you on the Pump with Purpose app on all Google and Apple devices as well. If you are interested in downloading a free pumping survival guide, which is full of pumping education, tips, tricks, and more, you can visit pumpwithpurpose.com. Scroll down to the bottom, enter your email, and you will receive it right to your email box. So let's jump in to talk all about pumping after age 1. So if you don't know a little bit about me, I pumped for my first son for 9 months until I got pregnant with my second son. So I had a lot of mom guilt after the first son was born. We knew we wanted a family plan and go before my first son wouldn't get a full 12 months of milk, but that does not stop the mom guilt. Although you have a plan, it still doesn't stop the fact that, he still went to age 1 with breast milk. So we did frozen breast milk after that. But it does not stop the fact that I felt guilty that he didn't have a full year of fresh breast milk. So long story short, second son was born. And I tandem pumped for over 3 years, providing my infant and my toddler with breast milk. I'm going to say infant and toddler. So tandem pumping is what it's called when you're pumping for your current child and any child before is tandem pumping. So for over 3 years. And so it was so important to me to prove that I could go long term. So long story short, I went 3 years providing my infant and my toddler with breast milk over 3 years, as well as rotating my freezer stash for over 3 years. It's just so important for me to let the world know that you can go as long as you can or want to. You pump on your own terms and in your own way, get a plan together, and the rest is history. So it's so important to me because one of my missions is to make sure that people are able to have the correct plans to be able to pump for more than a year. I meet families all the time. My client base, we're going long and strong, well over a year, well over 2 years. And it makes me so proud to be able to offer the opportunity for families to learn how to go about extended breastfeeding well beyond age 1. So some of the things that's important is, yes, what you do from birth is critical. So when people are telling you to pump for 15 minutes, that is not usually long enough for a long-term sustainable supply, unless your body is doing a really massive oversupply at 15 minutes. We still believe that breasts are not, you're probably not emptied, quote unquote, of all available milk that's ready to come out, which can help you to tell your body you need more milk or just to get your milk up higher, because as time goes on, your milk supply may not stay sustainable if you don't tell your body from birth, once the placenta leaves your body, that you're looking to create something a little bit more than your baby, or something more than your baby, so you can sustain long term. It's true that children need about the same amount of milk, whatever they end up drinking, up until age 1. So yes, you get a lot more flexibility after age 1. That's the one thing we love about after age 1. Foods, you can give other foods, other drinks, they can have food after 6 months, but what I mean is, food becomes more of their diet than breast milk, which is before age 1. Foods just complement the journey. So important to make sure that you are realizing what your goals are and to work with someone that can help you to do so. So the biggest thing I can tell you about pumping after age 1, let's say congratulations right here. You're on this because you've already made it pumping past age 1. The first and foremost, you need to find your sweet spot. Your pumping sweet spot is what I call it. It's the amount of pumps you can do per day, but that protects your mental capacity. Not everyone's going to be able to do a full 8 times a day every 3 hours for 30 minutes, like we do when we recommended 240-minute rule for the first 12 weeks with the right pump flange products and schedule. After age 1, you may not want no any parts whatsoever of pumping that much or 7 times a day. So we help you to come up with a plan that's conducive to your mental capacity of like how you're working, if you work, if you're home, work at home, work from home, stay at home mom, like go into an office, go into a healthcare facility, whatever your truth is. That's what we're all about, is learning what your daily routine looks like and helping you to find a schedule that's going to be conducive to the amount of pumps you do per day that can help that protects your mental capacity. And also it's important because most children take somewhere between 16 to 24 ounces. Always talk to your doctor after age 1. So the amount that a child needs after age 1 dramatically decreases. And breast milk does not lose, I'm going to say it again, nutritional content or value after age 1. It actually can increase. When I got my breast milk tested before, I got it tested at age, I get confused again, 2.5, and age 3, postpartum. It was it was crazy the amount of nutrients that were in my breast milk. So please don't let anyone tell you that it decreases. It starts to continue to grow to be whatever your baby needs. And so it does change to meet your child's demand. But breast milk is beneficial no matter the age, especially and more so even after age 1. It may not be, a huge part of the diet, like eating foods and everything, but it's great. I actually gave my second son breast milk only for 18 months straight. 18 months straight, only breast milk. The only reason he went to something else was during daycare, because they went to open cup after 18 months, and I didn't want to hold back his development because they didn't want breast milk, at the daycare, because it's a bodily fluid, and if it wasted, they just didn't want to have to other child or children to get in it or mess with it. So yes, after age 18 months, my youngest went to breast milk at home only, and then my oldest always had breast milk at home. So it's just so important to cannot say enough how important it is to make sure that you have a plan. Getting a plan before birth, getting a plan to help you to actually meet your goals and not being told things that would sabotage or go against what you would want. If you want to pump longer than 12 months, then you really need a plan that's going to be conducive. And you're thinking like, I'm not worried about after 12 months. I can't think that far. But what you do in months or weeks 1, 2, and 3, weeks 1, 2, and 3, and months 1 through and 3 are so very important to help to make sure that your breast milk can be a long-term, sustainable, viable solution. And you would do so, by including a pump, because if you don't know, I'll tell you again, nursing creates a just enough supply for your baby at best. So in order to get something over what your baby needs, you're going to have to do some type of expression, either hand expression, silicone milk collecting, manual pumping, or what we love to recommend here is electric pumping, because we just know, and per research, is more efficient. So while people are out here telling you to hand express, but you actually want to create and buy a good amount of milk, it's just so many things that I see and hear about pumping that is so incorrect. Like my clients, like having to hand express after you just pump for 30 minutes if you're working with me. No, that's a no. Like I want to be able to get the milk out. What we tell them is, taking that 5 minutes of hand expression, you could pump 5 more minutes, and the milk, with the right settings, would most likely come out anyway. What we really want is not even for it to be even, something may come out, but nothing like, oh my gosh, I hand express after pumping and I got 2 ounces out. Like that does not usually happen for us, because maybe 0.25, but something will come out. But definitely we don't want a client telling us they're pumping and then hand expressing afterwards and getting like 2 or 3 ounces. Like that lets us know that the pumping is not efficient. Pump settings, pumping technique, flange size, flange type, something is going on. So I'm just here to tell you that yes, you can pump after age 1 if you want to work with us in order to do so. I remember I've had clients to pull up at age 1 because they've made a good amount of milk and they want to go longer, and we help them to go for well over 2 years, and they send us a message like, thank you so much. So we don't ever think it's too late. We don't ever think it's too late to get a plan. We don't ever think it's too late to increase your milk supply with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. Yes, after age 1, you can still give solids milk or milk alternatives, but it is just so important and beneficial. If you would like to still provide your baby with breast milk, you have the opportunity to do so because you have a plan that's going to be conducive to that happening. So I hope this podcast was very helpful talking about pumping after age 1. If you're interested in working with us, go to our website, pumpwithpurpose.com. Again, that's www.pumpwithpurpose.com. You can find us on Instagram at pumpwithpurpose. You can find us on everywhere, on Facebook, TikTok, but YouTube is our largest platform. We go live over there. We are in our stories every day. Always have something running in our stories usually. So if you're looking for us, that's where to find us, but definitely check out our website. We're more than happy to help you develop a plan to help you to pump past age 1 by helping you to find your pumping sweet spot, which again is the amount of pumps per day that can protect your mental capacity. So this is Dr. Diana here. Until next time with Pump with Purpose.